Hi Aries, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn reading for January 11th, 2024. New moons begin new cycles. Let's check out what your new cycle is. Hope you had a nice holiday. The direction that this reading is going in is the first card we're going to pull here. And we have intuition and manifestation. It's number 3, spirit card. Number 3 is creative, so it can be something that you are creating. It's the Trinity, so it's a pretty important number. 3 gives you a lot of energy. If you have a life path of a number 3, you're very often very busy. You like to keep going. And really the only danger with a 3 number is that you can have burnout. So you want to be careful of your energy and use it wisely. And also make sure you take some time out. And, you know, if you're manifesting, that makes a lot of sense. Your intuition is probably pretty high right now, so pay attention to signs, repeating symbols or things that you hear that it can even be music. If you're thinking about something and a particular song comes on, that can offer you some insight. So pay attention to what you're listening to when you have a question. But that's the direction the reading is going in. Your particular focus for, or to stop saying particular, your focus for the next 2 weeks will be nice. 6 of Wands. Okay, this is an interesting card. 3 and 6, both really big power numbers as far as I'm concerned. 6 brings balance to a situation, so that's nice. Probably means that you'll have some balance where manifestation is concerned, or whatever it is that you're busy with at the time. This is the card of victory, so you can be victorious in group situations. You can be leading manifestation, right? Leading a group of people into victory, or it's halfway there, right? So we're not fully there. It's a small victory. You may want to focus on group situations here. Not necessarily, but you know, what you're manifesting, what you're doing here can be for group situations. In any case, you're bringing balance to a situation. There can be small victories. People can be saying nice things about you when this card pops up. Don't get an overinflated ego, because 6 always asks you to maintain balance. But fire, the wands, are very egoic energies. And this card brings balance to that, which is nice. 6 is usually a sharing number. We want to make sure everybody's got. So let's have a look and see what's going on here for you. All right, so the first column is where you are at the time of the new moon, or what it is that you're manifesting or beginning around this time. The center card is how you are dealing with it, how you're behaving, your feelings about it, where this card is concerned. Another high intuition card. Nice. And the last column is the probable outcome. Probable because some things we can change, some things we are meant to experience. We came here to experience them. Okay, so nice. Okay, some mixed bag here, but that's all right. Everything can't go 100% all the time. All right, so what do we have? Let's see. The 2 of Cups, the 6 of Swords. So that's another 6. You have 2 6s, 2 2s. Nice. 2 is always about duality. The 2 of Cups, right? Emotion. Cups are emotion. This is about partnerships of some sort, so that makes sense with the Six of Wands, because remember, we're working with groups, so this is partnership of some sort. It can be romantic, but whatever it is, there's emotion involved. This card often says that it is someone or something that mirrors our desires, and therefore there's the click, right? There's some sort of desire in there that we're mirroring. Also, the person or the situation could be quite different from you, but there is an aspect there of a desire that's being mirrored. For somebody, this could have something to do with the home. Really capturing my attention here, the little house with the red roof. So this can be something around the home, with the home, for somebody or for a few people. And I also have the feeling that there's some logic and reason necessary here. Perhaps facts and figures can be involved with this partnership of some sort. We have to get the facts down before it's a good partnership. Kind of laying down the ground rules here. But there needs to be some mental clarity, I have a feeling. Now, the Six of Swords is a card of moving away from difficult mental and emotional emotions, right? Because we're looking at water here. And we're taking what we've learned or the situation with us to kind of understand it from a better perspective, or from a calmer perspective in this case. Again, balance, but we are moving towards calmer waters. So a partnership can be settling down a little bit. Perhaps there was some aggravation or disputes. In any case, some emotional energy is being calmed down here. This card often gives me the feeling of, it's kind of like, it's not regrets, even though we have the same sort of stance that we do here in the Five of Cups, which is grief, the grief card. But it's kind of, we're coming off of the Five of Swords with the Six of Swords, and the Five of Swords is something that was hard won, and so we're kind of taking our lessons with us, hopefully, to understand them again from a quieter, calmer perspective here. In any case, this is definitely moving on from the situation. Now, if this is a partnership of some sort, and we're moving on from there, or we're just moving on from disputes that may have occurred, or we may have encountered from the last period or recently. In any case, things are calming down. Now, this can also just be the hustle and bustle from the holiday period, and things are starting to calm down and get back to kind of normal, some normalcy, whatever that is these days. So the party's over, do you know what I mean? And now it's kind of going back to this calm stillness. But when it's aspected by the Two of Cups, there is something to do with partnerships here. And again, for somebody or a few people, it could be home. Somebody also may be leaving a place where they felt comfortable. Because again, this is the card of moving on. And the house is far away in the distance. And so we're moving away from maybe partnerships or family members or people that we love, and getting back to normalcy. It's kind of a feeling that I have here as well. This can also be for Aries moon or Aries rising. So, and that, I don't always say that, but that popped up for me. So, yeah, we can be leaving a comfortable home or a comfortable place or people that we loved, and moving on and getting back to, and it can kind of give you a little feeling of melancholy. But again, we're getting back to routine, bringing back some balance to what may have otherwise been a hectic time, or even a good time, but still it wasn't your normal place. Again, that house is in the distance for me. Okay, or at least that's what I'm picking up from the card. Okay, so Five of Cups. This is you and how you're dealing with the whole situation, how you're behaving. And yeah, there's this feeling of, this is, again, we're looking at the three cups that have spilled, two that are still remaining. There can be some regrets, some grief, some loss, definitely on an emotional level here. And we are seeing two very emotional cards here. But we are moving towards something with the manifestation and the intuition card. And again, we have this secretive card. I want to go back to the Five of Cups for a minute. It's good that you're moving on, because this card often says that if you stay in this energy too long, it can turn to depression. And so it's really important for you to turn around and see what is still good, what is still full in your cups. And again, we have that kind of, it's a little less choppy than this card, but we have that kind of water that's just floating and moving through. But it's not that smooth and clear water. So the emotions are moving on. We are moving on, but it can be a little bit like, oh, that was such a good time, or maybe it was a dispute, right? Like I said, this is something that was hard won, the Five of Swords, and we're moving away from that. So there could have been some disputes or some difficulty where situations have occurred recently. The Two of the High Priestess, which is your second two, tells me you have a feeling about something. Now, we are looking at intuition here, and it's really important for you to pay attention to that. And you might be paying too much attention to loss as opposed to what your intuition is telling you. And the High Priestess card is very often about, well, it is your sacredness. It is what you deem sacred. It's your structure and what you build upon. And so it's like the bare bones of a situation. And it can be that you are looking back. The pomegranates are very much like Persephone, right? And she goes to the underworld. And while it was a difficult situation, she understood there was something there that was necessary for her and for those she encountered. Meaning that Persephone went to the underworld, while she was taken there, actually. And while she was there, she was able to help. And so when it was time for her to leave, or her mother rescued her, or somebody rescued her, I don't know, I don't remember which Greek personality did it, but in any case, she comes back at spring, and but she decides to go back to the underworld again, because she knew that there was things that were necessary for her to do there. And it is very often that we go to the darker side of the situation to understand things. Remember, here with the Six of Swords, we are taking those understandings of five, right? Of change, of the roller coaster ride, the ups and downs of life, and understanding them. And this card is telling you that there is a deeper meaning to what went on. And it is important for you to look at your structure, at the structure of the situation, not the fine details, but the structure, the overriding bones of the situation. We'll get more on that in a minute. Well, actually, let's do that now. Page of Pentacles. Okay, well, the thing with the Page of Pentacles, the challenge with the Page of Pentacles is they are about empowerment, self-empowerment, and empowering others. They've learned something new, and they're ready to put it into practice. And maybe you tried to put something into practice. Could be a relationship, right? Of any kind. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be family, it can be friends, it can be work-related And that's possible with the King of Pentacles, but not necessarily so, because with the Two of Cups, it's very much on an emotional level. But again, Pentacles are the practical, the things of the earth, right? The dense energy. So the material, the materium. And the Page of Pentacles is somebody who can really feel a lot. They have a lot of deep emotions. They're half fish, half goat. And but they find it difficult to express those feelings. Sometimes they just can't find the words. And sometimes they just find it difficult to express themselves, period. And so maybe you wanted to say something, or maybe you did say something. Perhaps it came out wrong, or maybe you had an intuition about something and you didn't heed your intuition, because again, half goat, half fish, and a fish is all intuition, because it is very often Pisces that you're talking about here. But this is the Capricorn card. And so maybe you wanted to say something that you weren't able to, or maybe it was taken incorrectly. That's also possible here. There's a lot of energy around the head area, so I don't know if somebody's holding a lot of tension or around the head and neck area. But there's a lot of thought and a lot of energy that's wanting to go into something that can even be, again, a partnership of some sort. And there may be delays. There can be some delays where that's concerned, because we're trying to build a good structure here. Right? We have to set down some good foundation. Now, it's not number 4, which is the foundation, but it is structure, the bones of something. So for me, the High Priestess is, let's say you believe that dams and and bridges are important, for whatever reason, are sacred, or water. And so you go into engineering, where you build bridges and dams and that sort of thing. It's the structure, it's what you find sacred that you can build upon. And that's exactly what Capricorn does. They build upon something, right? They've just learned something new. They want to put it into practice and build upon it, or build upon whatever the existing partnership or situation is. There is a lot of water here, so I do feel like intuition and emotions are pretty in focus in this in the beginning part of this reading. So we could really be dealing with a lot of emotion here. And interestingly enough, the Six of Wands is victory after a period of pressure. We may have been dealing with, or we may be dealing with the probable outcome here, with the King of Pentacles, which is my Gemini card. They are master of their material world, or busy mastering it in this life. These are your CEO energies. And there's a new beginning here. There is definitely a new, now this is new passion. This is something that we can be focusing on, because again, this is can be very much associated with ego. It could be romantic, because this can be a very sexual card as well. You may have left a romantic partner behind. Somebody may have left a romantic partner behind to start something new with somebody else, but not necessarily so. It could have been another partnership of some sort, or a person that you deem close. And there is this feeling again of grief or loss. And but there's this beginning, this new sort of beginning with the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is something that dreams are made of if you decide to go for it. And if it is romantic, I would just put it this way, even though I don't feel it is, because we have manifestation here, and this is very much about practical density, right? The things of the earth, work, home, building, corporations, that sort of thing. There is a new beginning there, and we are manifesting something. So it could be partnerships, a new partnership of some sort. Let's have a look. Also, the Ace of Wands is my autumn timing card. So you could be looking towards that kind of timing, or a moon in a fire sign. Now this new moon is in Earth, so the King of Pentacles is very practical here. And you have the Page of Pentacles, so it could be the same person, right? And this could also be how you're behaving. So you may be very much focusing, letting go of whatever happened in the past. Remember, moving on here, and really focusing on a new development with that Ace of Wands. Because the King of Pentacles is, I'm not saying they're not romantic or they can't be loving people, but their focus is on their business, or they want it all, I'll put it that way. And so they focus their energy on getting it. All right, let's take another card for the Two of Cups. These people are going to be square in feature, probably both of them. And you can notice them by their chin or their hands, maybe their forehead. Very square features. Their head could be very square. And that's how you know them. That's how you know it's a King of Pentacles. And again, Gemini is very much about society at large. They like to talk a lot. So this can be somebody who has a good game. Okay, Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody who's very attractive. But you could be dealing with, this is my Leo card. They're going to be long in features. So long eyes, long face, long nose, long hands. Even their body can be long sometimes. They can be very energetic because it's fire, right? Very passionate. This is a kind of a magical card or a magical person. People like to be around them. This is Leo again, so who doesn't want to warm their hands by, the fire, or, put their face to the sun like a sunflower would, you want to feel their warmth. On the good side, on the negative side, they can be quite egoistic. There can be a lot of ego there. So we're dealing with another personality here. This is the partnership of some sort. And like I said, you're dealing with the Queen of Wands here. But we are moving on from someone to something else. Or moving on from... that really feels like it for me. I think maybe there was either somebody came to visit or you went to visit them, that kind of thing. And there's travel involved for somebody. And you have the Star card here. Yeah, see, so we are looking at a very promising situation for the future with the Star card. The Star card is hope, but it's more than that for me. It's like feeling like you're being led in a particular direction, but it is very future oriented. It is associated with Aquarius, so for me that's very technological and informative, so information. So you may be gathering information, you could be getting information from this person, they could be giving it to you, but it is definitely in regards to a new beginning, a new passion of some sort. Whether that's romantic, because sometimes this can be engagement or marriage. Not always, but there's victory here. And you have an intuitive feeling about this. And I definitely think that Capricorn can have a very strong intuition because they have that kind of grounded energy as well as the intuition. They're not just all intuition, but there's some practicality with it as well. If you are looking for information, the Star card says you will get it, because it's very much that what is available to one person is available to everyone. And that's usually, again, in the realm of information because it's Aquarius. So it feels to me like you're moving on from a situation. It can be a bit emotional for you, or you're leaving some emotional stuff behind. Follow your intuition. It's very important. It does feel like you're being led somewhere. but again, the King of Cups is going to have some practicality with it. It's going to be very practical, very earthbound, very grounded, a high focus for sure, whatever it is that you're busy with. There is some victory with that. Like I said, it's partial. We still have more to go. We're at 6. We need to go to 10 to complete the cycle. But it's sort of like a small victory. You can take a small victory lap and then you move on to finish out the cycle. And again, number 3 is it's a busy card. It's a busy number. We're busy with something here. Capricorn is about empowering, right? So you have, again, Capricorn. You're behaving like a Capricorn here. I do want to pull one more for that for some reason. It's trying out something new. Something new that you may have just learned. Yeah, the Hermit. Okay, this is also seeking, right? So again, seeking information. Maybe you're looking for information from somebody or they're offering it to you. But you can also have information, and you have the intuition card with you. You may feel like being a little bit alone, or after being with a group of people, you kind of are enjoying that alone time. Capricorn is very internal. They may be around a lot of people, especially with the Hermit card. You may be around a lot of people, but you still feel, I don't want to say alone, but a little bit secluded, a little bit internal. Just maybe even feeling like being by yourself, especially with that High Priestess card. This year is supposed to be a highly spiritual year. There's supposed to be a lot of epiphanies and it's high spirituality. I'm just going to say that, whatever that means for you. But again, the star repeats itself here. So there's some something for the future that we can be looking towards, or looking for more information towards a future event. And I do see high focus here. And it's really interesting because I have the feeling that you're going to be quite proficient, probably in the autumn time, with what it is that you're starting new here. Because here we have the Page of Pentacles, and maybe by autumn you're really proficient in what it is that you're doing, or you've manifested it, or it's become more solid and dense by the autumn time. And with the Star card, there is a future orientation for this. So, interesting. All right. So what does Spirit want you to know? Yeah, Pegasus. Open your heart to love and joy. Interesting. So maybe this is a romantic situation because, like I said, the Ace of Wands can also be quite sexual. But joy. I mean, love and joy. So I don't think you're going to stay in this energy too long. I do feel at the beginning of the new moon, you will be, because these are very secluded cards. Even the High Priestess is behind that veil, right? So they're very secluded cards. You can just be kind of diving into something new and wanting to spend a lot of time doing that new thing, that whatever it is that you want to manifest. And definitely pay attention to your intuition because it comes in quite strong here. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to thoughts that come up while you're in the shower. Especially if a question comes up in your mind, pay attention to what comes next. Don't look for the answer. Just, wash your hair, do something quite mundane, and let something arise. Because I do feel you're getting answers here. Okay. Thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful. I will return with the full moon in a couple of weeks. Take good care until then. Bye for now.